All right, how'd you guys wrap up practice for this week?
Oh man, really good. We kind of kept it a little bit lighter today, being that we play tomorrow and the game's at 2 o'clock. So these guys have been working extremely hard for us, so we want to make sure that they're rested and they have their legs. But we just cleaned up some stuff. We had some fun. I quizzed the guys on a lot of our terminology and our offensive and defensive schemes. They enjoyed that. And then to warm up, we played a little bit of football, and they were really excited to do something like that. So it was good. It was a good day of practice.
So Peyton, when asked, what traits this team has, he said unselfishness was probably the number one. What word would you describe as the identity of this team?
I agree with him. Unselfish. We got a lot of shooting. We got guys who are really good passers as well. I mean, offensively, I expect us, to score the ball. Defensively, I think our guys will compete. I think they'll give great effort. But I think solid all around. It's a solid team.
What has Grant shown you this week?
Passing. Really good passer, man. He's like a poor man's Nikola. Obviously, we know how good Nikola is, but he does have some characteristics of him. The way he can catch the ball at the elbow, the way off DHO he can pass the ball. Sometimes he can keep it, go to the hoop, and he's skilled down on the block as well. So he kind of reminds you in the way he plays of Nikola.
Even if it is a poor man's version, is there some value to have a guy like that in the franchise where, some of these rookies are in Grand Rapids to at least have some semblance of a...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even in Summer League, just having a guy out there that, it kind of plays like Nikola, so maybe when the rookies start playing with Nikola, they have a better idea of how that feels. So, yeah, definitely. And when I say poor, Cole's a 2-time MVP, so I was like, come on.
What about the other guy?
Yeah, exactly.
So we've heard a lot about Jalen, heard a lot about Julian, just Hunter and what he's brought. You've spoken about the hustle and the rebounding and the shooting. How do you see that translating just over the course of many years? Just like, is he a guy that, like, you guys obviously believe in him, but where do you see, like, is he a 3, is he a 4? Like, what do you see that translating to?
I think depending on the matchup, he could be a 3 or 4. I think he's at a position that guys in the NBA, they covet. A guy that can shoot, and especially a guy that can defend. I think defensively, he still has a lot to learn in terms of how much space he can give a guy without getting beat, without getting fouled. But in terms of his shooting, really good shooter. I think maybe in college he was a little used to when guys run him off the line, getting in there, shooting a mid-range jumper. We kind of want him, if they come and close out hard, give a little shot fake, escape dribble, still getting that 3 off. But he's a really good rebounder, especially out of the corners. He crashes really well. He has a high IQ, plays hard. He has a chance. All he needs is just reps and experience.
How much does the next week, 10 days then provide that opportunity to learn some of those things and get a feel for that against some of those?
Oh, it's huge. This is his first taste of NBA basketball, as it is with all the rookies. And we're throwing a lot at him. Terminology, our different schemes that we have offensively and defensively. So what you hope that this is kind of like a springboard towards September when we start working out. And then by the time training camp happens and we have practices and we're going through drills, it's kind of just easy for them to transition to that.
So I think, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, how do you feel like the G League has helped things like Summer League work better, help the guys' development, of course?
Oh, it's been huge. You see a guy like Peyton who spent time down there in the G League, and he was able to get reps where he wasn't able maybe to get it with us during the year. It's invaluable to get out there and get actual game reps. Player development, we come out here and we try to simulate games as much as we can, but the only way to get better at basketball is to play basketball, and to play in a structured environment in the G League. I think that's tremendous for all these guys' growth.
Just as a way to get to know you, who are some of your favorite basketball players growing up, or guys that you've really enjoyed over the years?
I mean, I grew up in the Michael Jordan era, so obviously, MJ, the Bulls. I didn't move to Atlanta until I was in high school, so when I was coming up, the Knicks were big, but I was a big Bulls fan. So in New York, that didn't go over too well. Knicks fans, they diehards over there. Love Tim Hardaway, love John Stockton, all those little point guards like that. No, I like Magic, but Magic's 6'9", I'm 5'10", 5'11". So, so it was hard. It was hard for me to replicate what Magic was doing. But those are some of the players that I enjoyed watching growing up.
JB, to follow up on the G League question, how helpful is it that you guys have your own G League team now? So a guy like Peyton does get reps, it's your system. A guy like Grant comes getting reps, and it's your system.
Well, it's huge because it doesn't cause confusion. You know, a lot of time in the past we had players go to different organizations, and what they might use the term the pick and roll is different than ours. How they might cover a side pick and roll is different than ours. So now when they're going to Grand Rapids and they're doing the same thing that we're doing, it's an easy transition for those guys once they come here.
Similar to your favorite basketball players, favorite coaches or coaches that you have chosen to like pick and choose from that you like their coaching style?
Man, I mean, I just got to go with the coaches that I've been around. You know, I've been around a long time now, 19 seasons. So obviously in Atlanta, Mike Woodson, who's at Indiana, Larry Drew, who's currently an assistant coach with the Clippers. Lester Connors spent some time here. He was always, a guy that I looked at. And obviously, Coach Malone. Coach Malone has been huge with my development, giving me opportunities like I'm doing right now as a summer league head coach. Wes Unseld, Jordy Fernandez. So a lot of the guys that I've worked with, they've been tremendous. David Adelman as well. They've been really helpful for me.
What is it about their coaching style that you like, would you say you're a defensive guy, offensive guy?
I would say I'm more of a defensive guy. Everyone's style is unique. Coach Malone, he's on the sideline playing defense sometimes. Woody, he's lighthearted, but when it's time to be serious, he knows how to really get after guys. Similar to Coach Malone as well. Wes, what I took from him is just his temperament. No matter the situation, whether it's a close game or not, like he's always even keeled, and I learned that from him. No matter what, just try to keep your emotions in check. Coach Malone's so detailed, so organized, knowing the other team, what they're trying to do. Got that from him. He's a big stats guy. That really rubbed off on me as well. And then DA, just his offensive mind, the way he thinks two or three steps ahead. Like I just took a little bit of everything from everybody.
Love it.